Hi and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for your yoga class. If you've not been here before or you've not been to my classes, I'm Naomi and I'm going to be taking you through your sequence today. Today we've got a Yogi burn sequence and we're particularly focusing on the upper body. So this is going to mean that we are going to build a lot of strength into our shoulders and our arms and the upper back. It also means, because it's a Yogi burn class, it's slightly less than our typical yoga class. It's not quite a typical yoga class. It is a lot more energy. We're going to work a lot harder. We're going to get a lot sweatier. But we are still going to open up. We're going to increase our mobility and our flexibility, but we are predominantly focusing on our strength. So making sure that you are fit and healthy to practice. And if you are new to yoga, or if you're feeling a little bit stiff in your body, know that this is going to be a tricky class. It's a tricky class for everybody. So if you are new or feeling a little bit stiff, it is going to be even harder. But there's no reason you can't do it. Just remember, for everybody, take this your own pace. Always take a child's pose if you need one, and just settle in and relax as and when you need. Yes, we are trying to work up a sweat, we are trying to build strength, but it's still a yoga class, not a fitness class. So always, first and foremost, look after yourself. Should be a lot of fun as well, the class, so hopefully you will finish feeling strong and with a smile on your face. We are going to begin in our child's pose. So we're going to take the tops of the feet to the mat, the big toes together, take the knees wide, and then wiggle the hips back to the heels, sink the chest down between the space between the thighs, and lengthen into your child's pose. So although this is our Yogi burn and we're going to build some strength and we're going to work really hard, we're going to start and finish with some gentle breathing, with some softening of the body and the mind. So as you lay here in your child's pose, begin to connect with your breath. Begin to breathe into your body, particularly breathing into the back of the lungs. Begin to expand the space under the shoulder blades. Begin to feel the back body expand as you inhale. Try to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. So in our yoga classes, we try to breathe through the nose. This helps us remain focused and calm. So spend a moment here. Settle in. And if you want to set an intention for class, set one. If there's something that you particularly want to focus on in your class, maybe it's to stay present with the breath. Maybe it's to enjoy the class. Maybe it is to push yourself and really keep going when you can. Then that's your choice. Take your intention and set it now. If you don't want to set an intention, that's also absolutely fine. Breathing and softening. When you're ready, we're going to just walk those hands over to the right hand side. So creep the hands to the right. Stack the left hand on top of the right. Lengthen out through the left side of the body and feel that deeper stretch now coming down the outside of the shoulder, maybe into the glutes, maybe through the sides of the ribs. Just feel that stretch wherever it is, somewhere on the left side of the body. And as you breathe in, feel that deepening of the stretch between the muscles, between the ribs. So those intercostal muscles, feel them stretch a little more. Inhale to center, exhale, switch sides. Take the right hand on top of the left, place the head between the upper arms and stretch through the right side of the body now. Feel that deepening of the stretch. Feel the intercostal muscles begin to relax as they stretch a little more. Just soften in and come onto your mat. When you're ready, inhale, come back to center and wiggle your way up to all fours. We're going to start with some movement. Going to start to get our body warm and ready. We're going to start with some cat-cows. So inhale, dip the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the whole of the spine, gaze between the knees. Inhale, dip the belly, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine. We're going to take 3 more cycles. Inhale, dip the belly, really take this motion to the full extent that you can. Inhaling, opening chest, lifting tailbone, lifting gaze. Exhaling, doming out between shoulder blades, gazing between knees. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round through the spine. And then come back to neutral when you're ready. We're going to keep our shoulders nice and steady for this one, and it doesn't look like much, but it's a really, really good way to start to work through our upper body. Begin to hover the right hand, but the shoulders stay exactly as they are. Lift the right arm in line with the shoulder. Release the hand down. Lift it up. Release it down. Lift it up. Release it down. Those shoulders are staying as still as you can. We're building strength and stability in our shoulder girdle. We inhale, we raise. We exhale, we lower. Try not to shift to the left. Try to stay even. Can't get my words out. Lift up and come down. Place the hand. Dome out between the shoulder blades. Gaze between the knees. Inhale, come to neutral spine. Gaze to the thumbs. Other side. Lift left arm. Hover the hand. Inhale, lift to left elbow to ear height. Release hand down. Lift and lower. And as you lift, feel the warmth begin to come into the shoulders as we begin to strengthen, as we begin to find that yogi burn. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift the arm to ear height. Release it down. Lift it up. Release it down. Beautiful. Take the hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders now. We're going to reach our left toes over to the right hand side. Come into tiger. Squeeze that left glute as much as you can. Option to stay here if you want. If you want to work harder with me. Exhale, bend the elbows. Take the chest and the chin to the mat. Inhale, snake it up. And we want to keep those elbows wrapping in. We exhale, we lower. Inhale, push up. Keep that left leg high as you sink down. And push up. 2 more. These are like tricep dips, but yogi style. We push up. Last one. Lower and lift. Switch sides. We're moving straight to the other side. Right toes to the left. Lower and lift. Squeeze through the arms. The elbows stay in close to the body. We lower. We lift. We lower. We lift. We've got 1 more. Coming down and pushing up. Beautiful. Come back to kneeling now. Slide your body back. Sit onto your heels. Take your hands either side of the knees. And from here, we're going to work on our push strength. Great one for handstand prep if you're in that part of your practice. Really spread the palms. We're going to lift the knees. Hover the knees. It doesn't matter how high they come. Just lift. Breathe with me for a full cycle of breath. So 1 inhale. 1 exhale, release the knees to the mat. Take a second, we're going to go again. Lift and breathe. And when you're ready, release down to the mat. We've got 1 more. Make it your best one yet. Lift those knees even higher. Let's go. Lift. Breathe. And release. Beautiful. Walk the hands further forward. Tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And it may well be your first downward facing dog of the day, so just wiggle out those legs if you need. Just shake them out, shake out the head, let it go. Release into your downward facing dog. Find some strength, find some length, let it go. Gaze between the hands, tiptoe the feet all the way through to between the hands. Exhale, forward fold, softly bend the knees, then sweep the hands all the way to the sky, gaze to the thumbs. Exhaling, moving through some sun salutations, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway, fingertips to mat or hands to shins. Plant the hands, step back, plank position. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, snake it forward, open up, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to shift our weight forward as we exhale, come to plank, nice and strong. Push out through those shoulders. Inhale, push it back. Exhale, come forward. Think about the strength in the shoulders. That is where we are trying to find our strength today in this little flow. Exhale, come forward. You are pushing those shoulder blades away from one another. You're pushing the hands into the mat. Inhale, return, down dog. Exhale, forward, come to plank. Make it as strong as you can. Push it back. We've got 3 more. You can do it. Come forward. Keep the weight even through the hands. Push it back. 2 more. We're coming forward. Penultimate one. Squeeze and push back. Last one. Come forward nice and strong. And push back. Whew, that was a tough one. And we've got more to come. Gaze between the hands. Tiptoe the feet all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way to the sky. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands, step back. Getting a rhythm now. Exhale, lower knees. Chest and chin. Inhale, snake forward, open. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Ready for our next challenge? Yes, you are. Or at least, I hope you are. Well, you're going to do it anyway, unless you need a child's pose. When you're ready, we're going to do some press-ups. So we bend the elbows, we keep the body as it is. We push it back. We lower the head towards the mat. We lengthen. Bend elbows, push up. Bend, lengthen. Bend, lengthen. We're going to do 3 more. Keep it going. Nice and strong. Feel those arms. Let's go. Last one. Really nice. Gaze between the hands. Tiptoe the feet all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands wide into the sky. Gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, coming straight into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. Step back, plank position. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, snake forward to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Push those hips up and back. Stabilize your downward facing dog. Doing really, really well. From here, you have options. You can keep both feet on the mat for option 1. If you want to challenge yourself further and you know that you've got a good, strong chaturanga, then we're going to lift the right leg. Come forward to plank, whether you have both feet or 1 foot on the mat. Bend the elbows lower to elbow height. Inhale, open, place both feet to the mat. Upward facing dog. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. We've got 2 more. Right leg lifts. Come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. This is our last one. If you need to take both feet to the mat, then do. Otherwise, we stay with that right leg lifted. We come forward. Lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Straight to the other side. We lift our left leg. We come forward. We lower. We inhale, we open. It's getting tough now. Try to keep your form. Exhale, push back. Lift. Come forward. Keep strong through the abdomen. Open the chest as we come into our upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. We've got our last one. Lift that left leg. You've got this. Come with me. We come forward. We lower. We open. Whew. And we push back. Stay with me in downward facing dog. We're going to hold for 3 cycles of breath. Sometimes we have to work through that strength. Shake out the head if you need. Work through the yogi burn. And breathe. Really good. When you're ready, take the knees to the mat. Untuck the toes, push back to a child's pose. Take a cycle or 2 of breath here. Just regain a little bit of composure. Regain your breath. And then when you're ready, next one. If you need a longer child's pose, feel free. We're going to take our hands together, palms press in. Elbows sit directly underneath our shoulders. We tuck our toes, we push up. We're in an inverted V shape. We're in our dolphin pose. The feet are hip width apart. It's a bit like downward facing dog, but we're on the forearms. If that's enough, stay here. If you've still got a bit of energy left, we're going to bring nose to thumbs and push back. Come forward and back. Let's keep it going. Forward and back. I've got a clicking shoulder. Forward and back. Keep going. Forward, back. Yes, you've got this. Nice and strong. Don't collapse through the upper body. Keep it strong. We're going to do 2 more. Forward and back. Forward and back. Options here. Drop the knees if you need. Or, if you're going to challenge yourself, be strong. And we're going to come up to downward facing dog without dropping the knees. Find your inverted V shape. Lengthen through the backs of the legs. Just bring the hands a little closer into the body. So we're in a super short downward facing dog. Our next little flow is a fun one. It's not a handstand, so do not fear, but it is a handstand pop, and we're going to switch our legs. Do not worry if you can't do a handstand. We are never trying to get a handstand in this flow right now. So we're going to step our left leg in. Take our gaze between our thumbs. The right leg comes a bit further back. The tips of the toes touch the earth. And all we're going to do is we're going to pop up, and we're going to switch from our left leg to landing on our right leg. That's all it is. So gaze between the thumbs, hop up and switch. And we want our landing to be as light as we can. So when you're ready with me, hop up and switch. 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 Keep it going with control. Nice and light landing. Keep going. We've got 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. That's it. Really nice. Bring the knees down. Lengthen out child's pose. Have a smile. We weren't trying to get handstand. If you did, fantastic, but that wasn't our aim. We were just aiming to build some shoulder strength, to release some endorphins and have a little smile. When you're ready, tuck up, downward facing dog. Lift the left foot. Step the left foot all the way through to between the hands. Pivot on the toes and come round to face the long edge of your mat. And release the head down. And breathe. So in our wide-legged forward fold now, we're going to turn the heels in, turn the toes out, bend the knees. Come up to our goddess squat. Draw the lower ribs in, squeeze the abdomen. Elbows come to shoulder height. One last little bit of burn. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep those knees out. Keep those elbows nice and strong. They come down. We inhale. We exhale. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift. Squeeze the back of the body. It should be burning by now. Lift and lower. Straighten through the legs. Turn the toes to face out. Turn the toes to face in. Turn the heels to face out even. And fold forward. And exhale, side out, let it go. And then wiggle your way to face the front. Turn the toes to face the front. Sink the back knee down. We're coming into a lunge. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. From here, inhale, lift the hands high. Sweep into your crescent lunge. Don't throw the head back. Just stay nice and strong through the chest. We're opening the front of the body. Exhale, place the hands to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot through now. Place the right foot down, the left knee down. Check knee is over ankle. Sweep hands up high. Open the chest. Breathe with me for 2. For 1. Exhale, place the hands to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. And then drop the knees to the mat. And just cross the ankles and come to seated. So just find yourself sitting cross-legged. We're going to take an easy twist. Take the left hand onto the right knee. Take the right hand behind you. Gaze behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist deeper. And twists are a really nice way to counteract any shoulder work that we've done. We're just releasing now through the shoulders. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. We're going to rock it forward. Tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We've got one last little challenge for you. Release
the right forearm to the mat. Take the left hand to in line with the elbow. Then from here, keep the weight into the left leg, lift the left leg to the sky. If that is enough, you stay here. If you want to challenge yourself, stack left hip on top of right and bend left knee. And there you have it, a crazy downward facing dog variation. And now that we've stretched and strengthened through the upper body, this should feel a lot more accessible than perhaps it did before. Breathe. Find your strength. Stay with me if you can, otherwise take a child's pose. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Beautiful. Place left foot down. Option to drop the knees to come back, or you can shuffle left hand forward and pick up right forearm. Other side. Place left arm down. Right hand comes in line with left elbow. We lift our left leg. Either stay here or stack right leg, Either stack right hip and bend knee, or keep right leg long. Choice is yours. Find your strength, find your balance, and breathe with me. Remember that nice breath you had at the start of class. Find it now. Keep it there. Use your breath. When you're ready, pivot that leg back to the mat. Bring it all the way down. Ooh, my arms and shoulders. Lengthen out and breathe. Find your child's pose. Release onto the mat. Lengthen out through the shoulders and soften. We're going to take a gentle twist now. So take the right hand palm facing up underneath the left arm and stretch it out. Release the right side of the head down to the mat. And enjoy that little twist, that little release through the backs of the shoulders. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, thread the arm through the other side. You can gaze under the arm, close the eyes, whichever feels best. Lengthen fingertips forward and out to the side. And breathe. And soften. Inhale, wind your way back to center. Just sit back onto your bum. Shuffle the hips all the way down. Take the legs long. And just relax. Lay on your back now. Take the palms facing up to the sky. Maybe walk the shoulder blades closer together. Allow the feet to fall out to the sides. Breathe. Soften, relax. Let it all go. You have worked so hard. You may be laying in a pool of your own sweat. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just breathe. Allow all of that energy, all of that strength to seep into every single muscle. Allow the body such a deep relaxation that you just begin to feel the back body sink into the earth, and that the breath just begins to float at its normal daily rhythm. And you find a place of quiet. As you lay here, softening, sinking, and just finding your quiet. Allow everything to soften. The jaw, the shoulders, the hips, the arms, the fingers, even the breath. Just let it all soften. Release any sense of control and lay here in your place of peace. And just take a few more cycles here with me. When you're ready, begin to circle the wrists and circle the ankles, just gently moving into the body.
We're going to take a full body stretch. So reach the inner thighs together, point through the toes, reach the arms over beyond the head. Lengthen as far away fingertips as toes as you can. Lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale. Take the right arm underneath the head. Bend the left knee. Roll onto your right hand side. Pause for a moment here. And be happy. Choose to be proud of that strength that you've created. Choose to put a smile on your own face. Choose to be happy in this moment. Choose to allow those endorphins we've released to make us happy. When you're ready, wiggle your way up to cross-legged. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Just shuffle up. Find yourself sitting cross-legged. Bring the hands together at the heart center. Connect the palms, the thumbs, the fingertips together. Drop the chin to the chest. Blink open the eyes. Allow the light back in. And slowly lift the gaze. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for your yoga class. If you enjoyed the class, let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you all and to hear how you're getting on. So do let me know in the comments if you enjoyed yourself. I hope that you are feeling super strong and really, really good about yourself right now. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you again sometime soon.